Well, it's Little Flower. Burke and social services are here. At first, I wasn't going to roll, but I start to get uncomfortable because I've been gaslighted so many times. I don't even know if they're willing to admit that gang stalking exists. I haven't asked them, but if they, are off this get of the page, I don't know what gang stalking is. Then you know what's a mute point. That's all. We just are an armed society, it's polite society for everybody. So I'm nervous. I'm scared, sure, but I haven't done anything. I'm the victim here. Having to have dodge and weave this permissive gang stalking. But thank you very much. I see you've got your glasses on. I don't blame you. But I'm not trying to be antagonistic. I'm scared, guys. That's
Well,
all.
I'm a care coordinator. So
Okay.
my role is to figure out how I don't have housing solutions. What I have is
Okay.
resources or connect people to figure out how we get you unstuck here. I don't have, anything to fix the power steering. However, what we're stuck with, this is, as Officer Burke's going to be able to explain, is the city. So we know this is your home right now, but the car can no longer stay here. So we have to
Fair
figure
enough.
out
Okay.
how to get it from here to the next spot without you losing it. So the city, because it's been identified as your home, how it's been explained to me, gives it what, 7 days?
Oh, I just popped in an idea. There was I seen resources and because I had spent some time over in Everett,
Okay.
and there was a place that offered meals because whenever my EBT card ran out, I expanded my horizons and went in there and seen that in a resource board that said they offered a safe place to park. So I'll call them and see if I can maybe coordinate some intake from tomorrow, and then
I mean, I know it's not easy to drive a car without power steering. I had an 88 Oldsmobile I had to do that with. Yes, I get it. It is coming up with step one, a plan is to get you out of here so we don't get you in trouble in the city parking lot.
okay.
And then, what other resources to connect you with? Is there family that we need to, call that maybe can help? My goal is to broaden.
I understand, but if you were to look at that Billy and the Beast, the gang stalking destroys your extrinsic support, and they start hobbling you there.
Is there any cultural connections we can, get you connected with that may help fill,
I
some of
never
that
thought of
cultural
that.
for your soul?
Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing: is that if I had assistance, I can get my birth certificate sent over to my tribal, and in Canada, and then I get my tribal card.
Which tribe?
Um, Chippewa. I'm 25% quantum blood, and I would
Canadian?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then I would be able to have reciprocity to
Okay.
actually get a job in the casino because I was cocktailing before my foot broke. I didn't make it through
Okay.
the probationary period because you had to be in there 3 months. 2 months into it, I broke my foot, and then blacklisted from there. I've gone to reapply. Nobody's ever, offered me a job back. So when I got confirmation I am being blacklisted, I'm like, anywhere I go, the gang stalking is so rampant.
I'm here,
They
I
can set
don't
up
have
the
enough,
yeah.
on the stalking. But what can we do while you're here? And that is what our role is
Okay.
how, those next steps and,
I appreciate it.
lower those barriers.
And it's also a teaching moment for you guys too. I'm not saying that you guys can solve it because honestly, it's really out about everybody's hands. And just the fact that you would be willing to hear about it, it's a good thing. Instead of playing along with the okey doke and doing the I don't see it dance, it's just a good idea that everybody starts to uphold ethical values, And then, I'm willing, your back is up against the wall, so is mine. And I'm willing to take on whatever I need to take on. But at the same time, you're helping me problem solve. And I sincerely appreciate that because these are things I didn't even think about. But, the resources are They're there, and I'm not completely SOL, but technically I'm inert, dead in the water. But I do have avenues that I can embark upon. You know, primarily at this point being my tribal card.
Yeah,
But,
and he's with police. I'm a care coordinator, social worker, dressed
Yeah.
up in the jacket. But my goal is, if we need to get doctor's appointments set up, if there's an addiction that's getting in the way, because being homeless in your vehicle, addiction can be a barrier, because what else do you have? Are those things that I can help
I
lower
appreciate
those barriers?
Unfortunately, no, my disposition of my dental is radiation poisoning, secondary to radiation poisoning since the age of 10, experimentation by the government. So a lot of people, if they were going to take, an obvious, say, assessment of me, that's a very misleading one. But I don't blame anyone. I just am like, well, you're not the first.
I check boxes.
Radiation.
Do we need, well, dental could be for many reasons, but
no,
do we
no
need
addictions.
medical,
Very
flu
well
shot,
guarded.
things like that to keep you healthy, if that is something that you would
I
like.
appreciate. Thank you for offering. No, ma'am. I'm actually fit as a fiddle. I can stop and do 20 push-ups right here, where most
Better
people
than I
couldn't,
can
like
do.
at 20 years old, and
Okay.
then give you 5. I can do a back bend from my knees and go all the way to the floor and back up, like 5 times in a row, because I interspersed that with my push-ups. So suffice enough to say, I am a very sound mind, body, and practice. I know on the surface, if you were to dissect me, without much assessment into the mind, be easy to see that a lot of times I get accused of being a prostitute. I'm not. I've been the victim of an effing medieval witch hunt that's been slandered, characters assassinated, libeled, and such, and nobody wants to come bridge the ambiguity with truth. But it's cool. I appreciate the social services, and because you know what, you've inspired me, offered me ideas I didn't even consider. And from here, you know what? I'll roll with trying to get my truck over there and see. I'll walk over to the dollar store, go get some power steering fluid. And I'm like, you know what? If I can limp it along all the way to the place I told you about, I can call tomorrow.
Okay.
And then call intake to make a just get the ball rolling that way.
Okay.
So
You still have our cards? I gave you.
no, I misplaced that.
Oh, no.
I just been so shell shocked with PTSD. I'm like, what did I do with that?
It says Compass Health, but that's who I work
Oh.
for. But I'm put in with Linwood Police Department.
Thank
That's
you.
how they loan me out.
Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing is that I've been a successful practicing paramedic doing critical care transports for like 13 years. Gang stalked out of there, and then fled Houston because of it, and have had to endure directed energy weapons. But whatever.
We just,
I've just given you a snapshot on what I've been going through.
I don't want you to lose what right
Yeah.
now is your home. I don't want you to lose
Thank
that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see it as
I
a
wanna make
teaching
your
experience for
situation worse.
everybody. And
Yeah.
thank you for, enlightening me, because now I'm on a path. Would you guys give me until the end of tomorrow to be able to mobilize that? And then I'll make my way to the dollar store, and it's about a couple miles, so I'm gonna walk it, and then this is gonna burn up my day. So, but I'll make sure I make my calls
you've
and
got
get
a
this
plan.
bowling out of here done.
We're working together. You have a plan, and then we'll go from here.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I
And
so
it's Heather.
appreciate it.
I know it
Thank
says
you.
Turner, but yeah, the H is for Heather.
And thank you, Mr. Burke, Officer Burke. I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome, my dear.
Man, thank you so much. All right, I'm on a mission.
Come see you tomorrow.
Sometimes that's all we need is, a plan.
Yes, and thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you. See you later. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm so excited. I was like so nervous and scared, quite frankly. Because you never know which ones are the agents. You never know which ones are the unethical ones. And in my mind, they're all unethical. But that's me. I gotta stop now. I'm a logistics kind of girl. But that's just the logistics of experience. It's kind of like being open to the idea of love. Every time you've been so bitch slapped so many times, I decided I was never going to let that change me. But as far as anybody, of law enforcement or judicial, I lost all complete hope. And, to me, it was just a matter of fact. So, I've been waiting on God the entire time. And today, I lost my storage. It was auctioned off. I've been asking for help. I'm looking at the ops here because I'm railroaded here. And everybody that was judicial, that know about my supposed inheritance and my money, and you guys had never bridged the ambiguity with truth. I hold you guys completely and utterly responsible for this. Because what good are you? Just because you're not clocked in on your 9 to 5 behind the bench or whatever, and I'm out here getting sucker punched sideways from Sunday, asking for help, and you just sit idly by. That's not good for you. But I gotta go. My baby girl's calling me. Thank you, everybody.